First of all, good evening, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. In whatever order you take it. I'm just gonna wait a little bit for people to come on here. Just a little bit. So I'm in Manhattan, right? Downtown New York. I'm actually coming from Long Island. And I wanted to do this video since yesterday, which was I don't even know what day today is, to tell you the truth, guys. I want to say yesterday was the 10th. Today is the 11th, right? So I wanted to do this video because I was in Harlem, I think it was yesterday, and I saw, let me turn this down because I don't want no sound in my video. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me. Happy Thursday. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. All these equipment you have to have for your YouTube. I'll put this on a little bit because I really want you guys to hear me on this video right here. Everybody, some people have this and that. You could just start your YouTube channel with the phone. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So unprofessional. Don't talk about me too bad, though. You're not going to talk about me too bad because at the end of the day, you're not going to talk about me too bad because at the end of the day, guys, I get it done. It has to get done. So I was in Harlem yesterday, and I saw. I feel like it's a natural occurrence in the United States of America, no matter what state you are. You know, guys, when I went to Washington, D.C., I was shocked to see homeless people around the White House. I was shocked in America. So, this subject, do you think anyone could become homeless in the United States of America? We're just specifically talking about America right now. Because I live in America, so we're going to talk about it here. I'm a little tired. I'm heading home, guys. It's been a long, 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 long day. But this video must get done. So when I saw the gentleman yesterday, I thought that his little shack, like his little homeless place, was quite interesting. It was quite clean. His surroundings was clean. Do you understand that you could live in a mansion and still be a clutter rat? And you could live on the street and be clean? Yeah, you can. Right? I don't know if you guys ever even took your time out to speak to a homeless person, or you just going along your merry way and don't care. But I put up yesterday that anyone could be homeless in America. Anyone. Anything. And I'm going to explain myself. I'm just waiting for a little bit more of you guys to come here. But what really prompted me to do this this live is because I did a live about this homeless thing. It was a short, actually. And I got comments from people that they are way out of touch with reality. Everybody have their own reality, by the way. But they are way out of touch of the reality of what's going on. And color has nothing to do with you being homeless. The guy sent me he wrote on my the short that I made about the homeless gentleman. I was upset because he was living on the street. He wasn't dirty or anything. His surroundings was nice and clean. People was coming up to greet him, good morning. You know, because, like, I don't know if you guys know, but in Harlem, people actually, it's a community. So people, it's one of those community in New York where you can, people actually talk to each other. One of the things I like about Harlem, you know. So people were coming out saying good morning, leaving gifts for him, and stuff, you know, like little gift, little snacks and stuff for him. But one thing that impressed me, his spread was clean, his surroundings was clean, and I was just very impressed. I was like, wow, I never assumed, because I actually have homeless people that I talk to. And in order to understand the problem, you gotta be in it, you know, you gotta go to it. You gotta speak to homeless people, not just seeing them and just judging, right? Because you don't know why these people are on the street. So when I did get that comment from that, I don't know if he's a follower or he probably just watched my YouTube once, I don't know. But when he came on and said that only poor people, black people are homeless, it pissed me off. And that's why I came to do this live this today. Not only black people are homeless, or people on welfare are homeless. Since he's out of touch and out of reality, they got the film festival going on down here in Manhattan. Since he's out of touch with reality, I just want to inform anybody that have that thought process that working people are homeless, working people are sleeping in their cars, working people are sleeping on the people that have jobs are sleeping on the train. People that's going to college are sleeping on the train, sleeping in the park, because they don't want to go to their neighbors. Like when I say neighbor, I mean family, I mean friends. They don't want to go to them and bother them because everybody has their own problems. And you know, in America, people don't even want to be bothered with you. So yes, you do have working class homeless people. Since you guys did not know, that is such an ignorant comment, especially since you're so upright and since you're so entitled. You will never understand. You can never understand. Never. You know? So I just think it was very ignorant, the comment that he made. I see white people, Spanish people, Chinese people, man, woman, children in the street, homeless people. Hence the problem, the population in Texas right now. They have a homeless population. In LA, they have a homeless population. In New York, they have a homeless population. Now, this is where the sexual people come in place, because you have women that like to pick up strange men to come to their house because they're lonely and they need a partner. So they take up this homeless man and bring them to their house with their kids and everything. I don't know if men do that, but I would say that I do know women do that. They don't know the man is homeless. They just see him with the bag on his back. And what this particular man does is he brings that backpack on his back, and he roams from house to house seeking who he could devour. And whenever him and that particular lady don't get along, he moves to the next house. So that is some of the way homeless it looks, right? Yes, and this person may or may not have a job. What is a job to you guys? Is a job to you guys only 9 to 5? If a job to you is only 9 to 5, then that's when you're going to categorize people not having a job. You have people here that have their own job, made their own businesses by hustling and doing whatever the gift that is that God gave them, because they don't want to work a regular 9 to 5 jobs. You know, you have people sleeping in the salon that has salons, sleeping in their salon because they can't afford to have a salon and a home. This is what I'm telling you. Like, people, your reality is not somebody else's reality. So instead of trying to get the information, don't just sit there and assume, basically, is what I'm saying to you guys. Get to know your environment. Get to see what's going on. Learn about stuff. Get out of your comfort zone sometimes. Since you're sitting there talking about the homeless people, why don't you go feed the homeless? Since you're so privileged. Don't you know you're supposed to give back? Don't you know that you're the same one that's cast in stone today? Don't you know God can take all that inheritance that you have away from you? Like I said, no man is exempt. How can you be homeless if you have a job? Those are some of the ways I'm telling you. Also, natural disasters. The environment that we're living in right now, you could lose everything. A natural disaster like war. Let's just say war right now. I don't even know if I should say that word on here, but anyway, yeah. That could happen, right? You lose everything. Everything. It's not going to be no need for all that fancy stuff because you're living on the grid. Those are some of the ways you could become homeless. A lot of people out here living from paycheck to paycheck, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, whether you're black. I came across Caucasian people, Chinese people, Spanish people that have that story, okay? Working 2 and 3 jobs, working 12 hours a day, so tired when they get home they can't even talk to their family. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't understand. You know? You think a person is lazy, that's why they're homeless? Your story is wrong. And then another person say, oh, if they have a job, they can't be homeless. No, they can. It happens all the time. Leave it in the comment section. Are you guys not living in reality? What you need to do is thank God that you do have a roof over your head. Thank God you have a roof over your head. And remember, your words is power. So the stone that you're casting today can be thrown right back at you. Be mindful of the words that you use, you know, and the stone that you cast to others, you know. Today, you see your brother or your sister homeless. Tomorrow, it could be your story, and you could be sitting on the welfare line trying to get help. Better yet, FEMA coming to help you. Better yet, you go into pantries. Because I know people that work every day that go to pantry as well. What are you talking about? And there's no shame in your game if you got to go to the pantry. They give good food, good vegetables, good bread. They give good food. They give better food than welfare, I guess. They give good food. Go to the pantry if you need help. Don't let nobody shame you into feeling like, if you're homeless, especially if you're a working homeless person, don't let somebody shame you into not eating, not feeding your family. Don't let somebody shame you, because that same person that's casting stone is not feeding you. They're not feeding you. They only could criticize you. They wouldn't even put you up for the night. They criticizing you, but they want to put you up for the night. They won't even stop to talk to you. When you stop these homeless people in the street, ask them their names. Ask them their names. Ask them what they did. Ask them how did they get out here. Ask them. If you want to be curious and really find out, ask them. I do it all the times. That's what I'm telling you guys. Stop assuming and ask them. How did you become homeless? You got a lot of talents on the street. Drugs. Since the gentleman say nobody that works could become homeless, let's talk about drugs. That's a big factor of why a lot of people are in these streets. Ignorant people. So the people that's in the street for drugs, they take drugs. They sometimes can't work because the drug has them. That addiction has them. And depending on what type of drugs you take, if it's marijuana, of course you're going to want to smoke all the time, but you can control that if you're mentally strong. Now, if it's cocaine or some of the other legal drugs, fentanyl, heroin, pills, popping, whatever it is that you're taking, people become addicted to those things and they lose their way. Those are the ways people. Once you're on the street, of course, when you just first become homeless, you might have somebody else they could go for the night or two, but don't come the second day because they're not going to like it. So you choose to sleep in the park. Imagine you're homeless and you're sitting in the park, homeless, minding your business, trying to get a good night's sleep, and somebody come and spark you with fire, come light you a fire. People don't want to go to the homeless shelter because it's like they're fighting for their life out there. All the time they're fighting out there in these streets. So before you start talking about stuff, you need to know why you're saying it. Do you have any experience in what you're saying? Or are you just talking? Are you just talking? That's why it's not good for parents to kick their kids out. You have a mental illness problem that was sparked by your divorce, that was sparked by loss of a parent, loss of a child. You sink into a deep depression and you can't come out of it because you don't have the resource, because you don't have insurance, and you don't have the support of your family or friends. Because people will say things, but the minute you start really acting on it, they're not there for you. They stop showing up. Those are some of the ways. Okay? So it pisses me off when people are talking about things that they don't know. And I just want to say, because of the sky high prices, anybody can become homeless in America. Again, people are working 2 and 3 jobs, tired, looking depressed, looking haggard. No energy, no time to talk to their family, no time to talk to their friends. Even though you work every day, no time to go out. And this is the homeless person that I'm talking about. All you do is work, come home, sleep, and start the process over again. Why? Because you got to get money to pay your rent. Because if not, you know how it goes. They will kick you out, pack up your stuff, and kick you out. Okay? If you know any other ways, please add it here in the comment section. I thank you guys as usual. I really thank you guys for your comment, but I really think you guys should just think. I do not like when you're on social media and you just seeing comments and people are just talking out of their ass. They're just talking to troll. I guess that's the word. Don't just troll. Think about what you're saying. Your brain still works. Think before you write or type. Okay? Think about what you're saying. And while you're laughing at someone else being homeless, think about your family members or yourself that you can become homeless, and then it wouldn't be funny. So when the roles is reversed, it won't be as funny, basically. I gotta get one of those things. You know those things that it don't make your seatbelt twine up like this. I hate that look. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Yeah, man, I'm trying to go home, you know, but I've been meaning to do this video from yesterday, but I have time now. I'm driving home and I'm in the rush hour. This has been a very, very long day. Thank you guys for coming here, listening, sharing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. If there's a subject that you would like to talk about as it relates to world events, God, and whatever else, especially family, guys, family stuff, you know, feel free to put it in the comments. If you want to become a part of my membership, it's buymeacoffee.com/Roses Resources. I will put it in the description. You guys can become a member. You will see the different membership package there. And then if you go over there, it's just for my supporters. You can buy me a coffee or you can become a member. Okay? I appreciate you guys. We're working over here. We're working. If you could become a member, you don't want to miss out on some really behind the scenes stuff. Okay? buymeacoffee.com/Roses Resources. Okay? You know what I saw today, guys? Where was I when I saw that? I think it was in Queens. Today, again, they were taking bikes this time. Bikes. The cops want you to move over, but we're going to move. Something must be happening. It's so much traffic here. But they was taking bikes. They were taking bikes, girl. Bikes. They were taking bikes. So I think it was like 5 bikes on the towing thing. Yeah, they was taking bikes. Let me just stop so this cops can move. I don't know where the cops is going. The highway is like, I don't know. Let me see how he's gonna navigate this. He wants the people to move over, but how are you gonna move over when it's pure traffic? I think it's one car at a time, I guess. Make sure you like. I like to hit that like button. Yeah, I'm working over here. You guys think I come here for my health? And I thank you guys for stopping in too. You know, I appreciate you guys. If you go over to buymeacoffee.com/Roses Resources to join the membership over there, or just buy me a coffee. Okay, anyway. So you guys want to be careful on the street. Try not to, it's very hard because there's a lot of people going to work, not liking their job, feeling like quitting. Like you don't feel fulfilled in these jobs. This is why I decided to do my own thing. Start your own company. Do your own thing. It's so much things. We all have natural gifts. A lot of people are looking for jobs, right? As it relates to homelessness, I'm talking about. A lot of people are looking for jobs, right? But if you can't find a job, why not create one? It's a fascinating time to be alive. There's so much, oh my God, I just want to get home. There is so much apps that you can work off of. Whether you are a carrier, when I say a carrier, like you like to deliver stuff with your car, with your truck, with your bike, you know. If you don't have listen, I've seen people using the city bike to deliver stuff. Do what you got to do. And plus, you don't got to do that. You could just go on Facebook Marketplace. Let me talk about some of the ways you could put some money in your pocket. You could go to Facebook Marketplace and buy a bike, right? For your teenager, for yourself. If you don't have a car, use a bike. What's the big deal? You're gonna sit down there and want to eat and can't eat. You're complaining that you don't have a job. Nobody's feeding you. Feed yourself. And this is why, for the person that said that only lazy people are homeless, that's not true. And I admire and respect, I salute the people that pick up bottles. They pick up the bottle to feed their family. Sometimes they have helpers now because it's a whole business. That's free money right there. But you know what you're going to say? Oh, I don't want to do that. You got too much pride. Oh, I don't want to do that. People are going to laugh at me. What? They're going to laugh anyway when you're on the street homeless and you can't eat. So you might as well go pick up bottles. And one thing I want to say about homeless people, guys, don't think that every homeless person wants you to just go up to them and give them stuff. They do not. Not every homeless person like that. Again, I talk to homeless people in these streets. I like to talk to them. Okay? Every homeless person do not want your money. Some homeless person feel very prideful and they respect themselves. You don't just go up to them and give them money. You got to ask them, would they take it? Do they want it? This is why I know y'all just talking out of your ass, because if you don't know anything about homeless people, you just see them with your eyes and you try to criticize them, make up lies about them, make up lies about the lies that's in your head, that you think that's the way it is. It's a lie. You don't know what happened to these people. Families could be split up while they're on the street. The person that's left behind, as much as the person tried, they just can't make it. Or falling on hard time. People fall on hard time. That don't mean, look at Steve Harvey. He was a homeless person. He wasn't lazy. He was a comedian trying to make it. Going to the Apollo Theater, going places, and somebody gave him a chance. That's why I believe in community having to hold up community. I just can't believe. I decided to take the West Side Highway. I wish I could take this off and show you guys. It's such a beautiful view. I decided to take the West Side Highway. I need to get home because my cousin is here and I want to take her to the Jamaican restaurant before she goes back. And darn it, it just looks like an impossible task this evening, you know? But we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. And that's what you guys gotta do. Push through. Right? So yeah, you wanna get on Facebook Marketplace, and that's another thing. If you have, as we're talking about money, you don't have a job, but you have clothes and sneakers in your house, right? That you're not using. That you wear your sneakers, you wear your shoes, your sandals, your boots. That's old season. You don't want them anymore. Why not sell them? They have free sites like Facebook Marketplace. You can start there for free. You have old things in your house. You don't want them anymore. Sell them online. Furniture, clothing, shoes, jewelry, sell them online. You got OfferUp as well. The only thing I don't like with OfferUp, you got to meet people. You know, you got to meet them. But also eBay. eBay is very, very good. They take out their percentage. You have to have a certain amount of people for them to take out their percentage. But eBay, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, you got Whatnot. If you like to do lives, you sell your stuff live like this, and you sell your stuff live, you just ship it out. It's just some ways to make money. The babysitting business. But the only thing with the babysitting business, you really got to be careful of. You know yourself, right? But you don't know the other people that you're bringing in. And the government will help you. They give you training class, they give you supplies, everything. I got friends that do it, and they brought houses from it. And that's all they did. And they did it. You know why they did it? They did it not speaking a lick of English. That lady, my son is 22 now. So she came from Dominican Republic 22 years ago. She's still watching my kids. She's great. She's like my family. Whenever I go down to Vivian, whenever I go down there, I can have my kong kong, my food, my boyo, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have a talk, play dominoes. I still have a relationship with her. That's the type of babysitter she is. So that's what I'm saying. Start where you are. Whatever you say you have and don't have, start. You got to start somewhere, right? Start right where you are. Just start. You have to start. The idea in your head and you don't take action, it's just, it's a lot of regrets that you're going to have later on in life because you didn't make that move to do your thing. And a lot of people give up, you know? They don't have, they don't see God showing up in their life because they don't see God. I'm sure God shows up in their life, but they don't see God because it don't look like what they thought it should look like, you know? But you just, it doesn't matter. Life is a journey, right? Life is a journey. So, meaning, from you a small baby up to now, right? God's been taking care of you, right? It's a journey. So you got a long life. So you're going to keep on elevating. You're going to keep on growing. So it doesn't mean if you're on the verge of homelessness. I want to pray for anyone that's going through eviction right now because we know it's hard times. You know, I pray for you guys, you know. If you're going through any eviction, just know that, let me just say this, since we're talking about homelessness. When the landlord sent, this almost happened to me, okay? But I fight, and it almost happened to me because I was going through a divorce, okay? And you had to adjust, right? Because it was 2 households, now it's 1. So you have to adjust. You got to get a second job. You got to do something else, right? So my thing is, when they send you that thing, and a lot of people are embarrassed to talk about it, but I don't care. It almost happened to me. You got to share your testimony so somebody else can know I can get out of it too. You understand? So when they send that little eviction thing to your house, a lot of people panic and they leave. That's what the landlord wants you to do. But it's due process. You got to go to court. The first thing you want to do is answer the call. Answer it. Go to court, even if you don't have the money, because they got the one-shot deal. They got different organizations that could help you. Like Catholic organization, a different organization that can help you, so you don't have to get scared. I know when I went to the courthouse, this one girl told me, "Oh, please, I do it every year. I would never want to live in that anxiety, you know." So it happened to me, and you know how bad things happen to you, but you learn from it and you grow from it. Well, that's what happened to me. So now that I know what I know that you got to have emergency fund. When you don't have nobody else to lean on, if you make $100, you got to put down $20 or $50, right? Put down something. I would like you to read the book, The Greatest Man in Babylon. It has a lot of gems in that book, The Greatest Man in Babylon. If you don't like to read, just listen to it, the audio version of it. We need to read books about stuff that we don't understand, like finances, growth. You know, you got to grow. You want to have a mentor. You want to have different mentors all over the place so that you can learn, you can grow. You know, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Don't be too prideful. So I was talking about Steve Harvey and how he was struggling to make it, and he was going to the Apollo Theater and everything until he made it. And that's why I think he gives back a lot. And I like that he's always sharing his testimony. And remember, he never leave out God, because you know God has to be in the mix. And if you don't have God as your Lord and Savior, you need to open your mouth and confess that Jesus is God, you know, the Son of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. And you need to ask him simply just to come into your life and guide you, because you need him, you know. I don't know about you guys, but I need him. I need him more today than yesterday. I need him every minute of the day. Okay? I cannot make a decision without him. I'm telling you. And I'm just thankful that I found him. I found him when I was going through my divorce and I was feeling like the S word. I was feeling so empty and lost and unlovable. And that's how I found him. And that mental illness could have caused me to crash and don't feel like getting up to go to work, don't feel like exercising, don't feel like cooking, don't feel like taking care of myself. Mental health is real, guys. And if you need help, you need to go and get help. If you need help, there's nothing wrong with that. If you need help, you need to go and get help. Period. They have, like, your insurance. You could talk to them, and they would recommend a therapist for you. I had a young man at my job that he's young. He's only 22, and he was going through it, and he was just like breaking up things on the job, acting like crazy. And I was like, excuse me, come here. And I see that he had mental illness, and now he's getting help. He feels better. They're giving him medication, you know? So you got to get help. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Shit, I was in a psych ward, okay? Me. So I was happy to be there because I needed help. I was like, help me. And so when I got there, right, and I seen the what they call mad people, crazy people, mental illness people, I felt crazier than them. I felt crazier than them, trust me. I tell people don't mess with me because I got my crazy people. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making light out of it, guys, but all I'm saying is that just don't assume that the people that you see, and the artist on the street too, he's on 161, the artist. I have an artist on my block. He's a great artist. That's how I met him. He used to draw some nice, what do you call that, cartoon. And I saw him and I was like, oh, I actually supported him at the time. But guess what now? He's living in the street for like about maybe 4 years now. And his health is going down. Because, you know, when you're on the street, nobody cares about you. They don't even talk to you. You guys know how you act. You just pass homeless people. Like, I hope this video today lets you have a little more compassion for homeless people. Whether you know their story or not, when you look at them, just know that this could be you tomorrow. Okay? Have a little compassion for them when you see them on the street, guys. He used to do art, and now I see him. His health is going down. He's just down bad. And it doesn't matter what you say to them, because guess what? You have to want to get yourself up. People could say whatever they want to say to you, but until you rise up, it doesn't matter. You got to take action. You got to take the first step. You. So, there's a lot of remote jobs if you don't want to leave your house on Indeed. Indeed.com. Go to Indeed. You can look. But be careful when you're on Indeed, because I heard like 11 people was missing on there. But I guess that's people that don't have their thinking cap on. If it don't sound right, just don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Follow your intuition. If it don't sound right, it's not right. Okay? Paul Mitchell. You know Paul Mitchell, the shampoo? He was homeless as well. Paul Mitchell. You could go read his story. He was homeless as well. There's a lot of people that had that story that is famous now. Why? Because if you're down, you don't have to stay down. You do not have to stay down. Keep on moving. You just got to get up. You just got to get up off the floor. If you stay down, it's just going to get worse and worse, and everything is going to diminish. But if you climb, if you get up, you're going to be on the first step. Next thing you know, on the middle step. Next thing you reach the top. And that's where you want to reach. That's the whole goal. But just because that's the whole goal don't mean you're going to reach there in 1 year. That don't mean you're going to reach there in 3 years. It might take you a lifetime. And it's okay, because you got a journey in the process. And you're going to grow along the way. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Stop looking over at Jane and Nancy for their story and look at what God is doing for you. Your story is different because we're all unique. Okay? And you don't have to copy anyone, because everyone have their own gift. We all have our own unique gift, just like our fingerprints. We all have our own unique gifts. Use your own gifts. You don't have to copy nobody. The kids that's on the street, especially boys, That's rough, you know, because sometimes you want to know how people get homeless. Sometimes these kids exit out of when they're in like the group homes, and then when they exit out of the group homes, they become homeless because nobody equipped them. They don't have no mother, no father, nobody equipping them. That thing has to come from inside of you. But guess what? You see in the streets, the university of the street, the university of prison, university of pain. Because a lot of people think only only educated people, that's the only way to learn with a college degree. That's false. Very, very false. The education of life, the education of pain teaches you a lot of lessons if you learn from the pain. Because if you don't learn from the pain, you're going to keep on repeating the same cycle again because you didn't learn your lesson. You didn't learn your lesson, so you keep on repeating the cycle over and over again. So when you had enough, you graduate. That's all it is. When you go to jail, that's another thing. You're going to learn that when you're in the streets, acting up, behaving badly, wilding out with your friends, when you get in the jailhouse, everybody have a story in jail, guys. Serial killers. So you think you're the only serial killer, but wait until you when you get in there, you meet, you know, I'm just using some illustrations. Son of Sam. What's this next one now? Just a lot of serial killer. You know? So this is just a life lesson, guys. When you see somebody out on the street, you don't gotta judge because you don't know their story. That's the thing. That's the thing with people. They want to pass assumption, you know, because they have on their pretty clothes, and this person is not in such good garment. But the garment that the homeless person have is a great spirit. The garment that the homeless person have is great intuition, because in order to survive on the streets, they have to learn to read people's energy. The garment that they have is learning how to read people. The garment that they have is learning how to be grateful, because we live in our beautiful homes and we still complain. We don't have this furniture. We don't have this, we don't have that. But we have a garment on. We look good, but our soul, it's dirty. You have on your nice clothes, but you can't stop. All right, even if you don't stop to talk to a homeless person, you won't even smile at them. Sometime I'm in here, I told you I got clothes in my... I always bring extra food. What do I have in here today? For homeless people. The charitable thing is, but mine is domestic violence, because I've been there a couple times in my life. And I understand and I know how to come over and go over the process. And every time I have an experience, I learn better and better, and it won't happen again because I know to look at the signs, the lessons of life. Don't go back in that cycle. Stay away from that energy. And then when you really, I don't want to say grow up, but when you really max out of that cycle, you won't go back. It won't be appealing to you. I'm going to have to get off at 125th. This is annoying. So I'm going to get off at 125th to come back to 125th because I got to come back. Yeah, I can't. This is too much traffic, man. Jesus. You okay?
Leg cramp.
Oh, shit. You got to stretch that out. Stretch that out. Got a cramp in his legs. You ever had a cramp in your leg when you're driving? That's not pretty. That's why every time, if you're a driver, because that's what I do for a living, you got to get up, you got to stretch. That man say he got a cramp in his leg. You know what could happen to him when he's driving? He better hold on to that pain, use his next foot to go pull over. It's not easy out here, guys. We're going through it, you know? But we're also growing through it. So I got to drive through Harlem to get home. There's too much traffic on the highway. Couldn't deal with it. I thank you guys for listening. Please hit the like button for me, comment, like, and share. And I would love if you guys could subscribe to my channel. If you guys didn't hear already, go to buymeacoffee.com/Roses Resources to join my membership. All right? Come on, are these people sleeping when they driving? I might see something that sparked my interest. God might talk to my heart, and that's how I get my subjects. Can you believe I had to get off? I'm coming back down here. Man, how could I take a shortcut? Because this is bad. It's rush hour. It's 5:30. It's traffic everywhere. Jesus. You know when you want to do something, sometimes your plans have to change. My plans change. My plans just change. Just like that. I'm in Harlem right now, guys. I love New York. Where you guys live? Where do you guys live? There's a lot of homeless problem here, but New York is not the only place. It's a lot of traffic. Okay, I don't know what to do. Anyway, so as far as the homeless issue is, that's my thing today. Because again, I just feel like anybody could become homeless anytime. Anytime, anything can happen, you know? So just don't judge, guys. Especially don't kick somebody when they're down, basically. Don't kick them when they're down. Don't kick them at all. If you can't help them, just close your mouth. Turn your eyes, because you're not in that space that you want to help, so keep it moving. I don't see why if you can't help, you're going to be criticizing. I'm trying to get out of here. I hope it's not going to be traffic here. I got to get home. But it's a lot of traffic. Do you guys know that the Music Fest is in New York right now? The film festival? I'm hoping to get down there. Tribeca Film Festival. It's happening now in New York. That's what's going on. Anyway, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm trying to get home. Leave a comment, like, and share. Thank you guys for being here.